independent China strategist joining us from Hong Kong. But let me begin this conversation with Ambassador Manju Seth. Ambassador Seth, in your opinion, ma'am, interesting headlines are now doing the rounds where several people feel that it is America's tensions with both China and India that are pushing the two, what many people had termed as adversaries, towards one another. Your thoughts on the same, ma'am?
Last few years, we've seen how relations deteriorated, and the fact that these back channel talks have been going on for since 23. There was an attempt to, fix the thing and to recalibrate it because of the changing geopolitical environment and the kind of statements that were coming already when mixed statements. Trump was, during his election campaign and soon after he was elected. And I think this meeting, this visit, first in 3 years after the Galwan, problems, is a very significant step and is a very welcome step. And we should ensure that, yes, not going forward, that we should not have, as very rightly mentioned, let differences become disputes. And while we are, competitive in many regions, in many sectors, and we are both trying to gain influence in the region and in other countries. We have to work together, and that I think was acknowledged by the Chinese, foreign minister. Both countries going forward need to work together, and especially given the kind of as mentioned by Mr. Wang Yi, that the bullying kind of attitude that the US has demonstrated in the last few months against all countries, against friends, foes, against everybody. So this has made made other countries, we see that in Europe as well, they're all coming together to go with a unified voice and discuss with President Trump. And so I think Asian countries, and particularly China and India, also need to, along with other countries, need to work together and to be able to find solutions to the challenges, the growing challenges in the world, especially given President Trump's approach to world affairs and unmindful of political risks and challenges. After the way he has been going backward, somehow India needs to be aware and wary of how it wants to take the next few steps in the relationship, not only with China, but with other countries as well, including. We have to be very careful, and we have to navigate this journey forward very, very carefully. Because China is important for us, as we are important for them. It's mutually, we are both in many ways interdependent. But of course, our trade, as far as trade goes, yes, it is much, much more in favor. It's a huge trade imbalance in favor of China. But despite that, we are neighbors. We have a huge boundary, and I think the boundary talks that have taken place will lead. And I think it's a very welcome step and a welcome statement by Mr. Wang Yi that there's progress, and there will be looking at resolving some of the outstanding issues. Now, if you recall, boundary talks have been going on for a long time, but no resolution will happen. I think going forward, there might be some optimism.
All right, some breaking news coming in. I will come back to our guests in just a moment. China has said that it's